Hi, kids and families. I hope you're doing well. Over the next couple of months, we're going to have our Knox camp leaders share a story with you from their own life that is connected to our Bible story. Today, we're going to hear from our camp director, Bree.
Hi everyone, my name is Bree, and today I wanted to share a story with you about a time when I felt really excited about something, but then ended up being a little disappointed in the end. So in my family, everyone really loves playing games, and we love to play games together. We play lots of board games, lots of card games, and so we were always looking to find new games. And there was this one game that I really wanted because it looked super fun to me, but the rest of my family wasn't too excited about it, and they didn't really want to get it. But I kept asking for it, and I kept asking for it, and eventually I got it for Christmas. And so for Christmas, I started learning how to play this game, and everyone else in my family still wasn't too excited about it. And so I kept asking them to play it with me, but no one ever really wanted to play. So in the end, I ended up being a little bit of a disappointing gift because I didn't have anyone to play this game with me. And what's the point of getting a new game if you have no one to play it with? So in the end, I kind of wish that I had asked for something that maybe other people would enjoy doing with me as well. So that's just my story that I wanted to share with you guys today.
Thanks, Bree. Today, our Bible story comes from the book of 1 Samuel. Samuel was a prophet who shared God's messages with God's people. The time when this story took place was long before Jesus came to earth. During this time, prophets helped the people to understand when God was pleased with what they were doing and when God was not pleased. One day, God's people decided that they wanted a king to rule over them all. They had seen all these different people groups around them, and they all had a king, and they wanted to be like them. They wanted a king too. Maybe they thought a king would protect them or make them strong or wise. Maybe they thought that having a king would make other nations respect and fear them. But God's people were supposed to be a light to all the other nations. They were supposed to look different from them. Samuel was not happy about the people's request for a king. He thought giving the people what they wanted, what they were asking for, was a bad idea. He knew that after a while, a king would not treat the people well. Maybe Samuel felt like he hadn't done a good job leading God's people, because when Samuel was so upset that he prayed to God about this problem, God told him that the people were not rejecting Samuel, but that by asking for a king, they were rejecting God. Surprisingly, God tells Samuel to give the people what they want, a king. But God also tells Samuel to warn them that a king will someday treat them poorly and take the things that matter to them away. So Samuel did what God told him to do and reported all God's words to the people who were asking for a king. Even with all of Samuel's warnings about how badly a king would treat the people, they still demanded for a king to rule over them. They said, "No, we want a king to rule over us. Then we will be like all the other nations with a king to lead us." What do you think happens next in the story? Do you think having a king will make the people happy? Will it be what's best for the people or not? Sometimes we do not always know what's best for us. And sometimes we get the thing we want so badly, even though it isn't what's best for us. Often, because of that experience, we learn about what matters, and it helps to teach us to trust that God loves us very much and knows what we need to live safely and well. Sometimes this is a lesson that we have to keep learning over and over and over again. But we have a God who loves us so much and is so patient and gentle to forgive us and help us to live more fully in Him. That's all for me this week, kids. I'll see you next time.